of discontent.
If we don't fight, there's no future for us.
Jimmy Lai was smuggled out of China at the age of 13 in a fishing boat. He's now one of Hong Kong's billionaire tycoons, supporting the protests with young people leading the way.
This movement is going to be persisting because it's a movement of martyrdom.
Hong Kong was a British colony for more than 150 years, ceded to the UK from China in the 1800s. It grew from fishing village to modern economic miracle, rich, respected, and full of Western institutions. Claudia Mo works in one of them, elected as a pro-democracy legislator.
Hong Kong people have managed to learn about universal values, human rights, democracy, rule of law. The writing has been on the wall. And the Hong Kong people just didn't realize or didn't pay enough attention to it.
More than a century and a half of British administration will come to an end.
The roots of this struggle date back to 1997, when the UK, in the person of Prince Charles, handed Hong Kong back to China. The UK and China agreed Hong Kong would be semi-autonomous, in charge of its internal affairs until the year 2047. That's when this city is set to revert to full Chinese rule. But for now, only Beijing has the power to appoint who runs for Hong Kong's chief executive, its top leader.
The power is not with the people in Hong Kong. The power lies in Beijing. That's the big brother, the big boss.
What was the government doing, I suppose, that inspired you to start getting active?
At first, it was, of course, the extradition bill.
That bill, backed by Hong Kong's chief executive, Carrie Lam, would have given Beijing power to extradite locals and foreigners in Hong Kong to China's legal system, described by critics as corrupt. The protests began in June, at first peacefully, with a 1 million-person march, organized by Bonnie Lung and the Civil Human Rights Front.
We all know that legally, Hong Kong will be part of China. But what we really want to do is to preserve our system that we had enjoyed all our lives.
The weeks stretched to months. Violence on both sides ratcheted up, spreading to the legislature, the airport, and the subways.
This is essentially a large bunch of young people in Hong Kong fighting for democracy.
The demonstrators added to their grievances, demanding the resignation of Carrie Lam, amnesty for arrested protesters, and an independent probe into police brutality.
They literally beat up not only protesters, but normal Hong Kong people, innocent people, every single day.
Not everyone champions the protests.
Our economy is bleeding. A lot of people will lose their jobs.
Regina Ip is a pro-Beijing lawmaker and supported the extradition law. She also supports the police.
Currently, the priority, must be to help the government bring back order, because Hong Kong is suffering tremendous reputational damage.
This past week, Carrie Lam finally blinked.
The bill will be withdrawn.
But critics say it's too little, too late. Will you still keep going out to protest?
Yes, I'm still going to fight for freedom.
Gavin, like many other protesters,
I hope you guys can forgive me.
Has written a will. He keeps it a secret from his family in his backpack, with instructions if he's killed. If you die, is it worth it?
Yes, it's worth it because I'm doing the right thing.
How does that make you feel as a mother of two yourself?
Well, they think they have nothing to lose, and they've been carrying letters to their parents or the brothers and sisters in their rucksack, saying that, no, I can't do this.
There are fears this could come to a bloody climax. Just across the border, the People's Armed Police, China's paramilitary, has been moving forces and equipment into place. And state media has broadcast troops staging drills in which they suppress riots. Supporters of Beijing say it's just saber rattling.
I think it's a show of force, more as a deterrent and a shot across the bow.
But there are those who still remember.
We all know what happened 30 years ago in Tiananmen Square. Chinese government is not particularly known for loving their people, but they're known for killing their own people.
This weekend, protesters again took to the streets, standing up for what they believe, they say, no matter the cost. I can.